Welcome everyone to our spring 2021 graduation program. We're excited to be with you today and thank you for participating with us. My name is Lori Carey and I am the CEO of Nebula Professional Development Academy and founder of We Connect the Dots. As I hand off our presentation to our graduates to share their experience and their accomplishments, I want each of you to know that this journey is not over. It's only beginning. Our team and organization are here to support you and to be a part of your success and your challenges as you build amazing careers and create sustainable lives for yourself and your families.
Thank you. My name is Eddy. I grew up in Brooklyn. I'm what you may call, many people may call a jack of many trades. Not all trades, just many trades. Do anything from plumbing, carpentry, electrical. I fix cars. Had plenty of jobs, have plenty of skills, but my first love is sales. It's been said that I can probably sell sand at the beach, but that was, made by me. So as far as Nebula Academy, what I can probably use this towards with my sales experience is now that I do understand the way that software does work, I can actually probably match it up with the company and sell software. And that's, the direction I'm probably going to go after class. I'm sorry, you've seen everyone else's presentation. And and the way I got into Nebula Academy, I was furloughed from my job when the pandemic happened. And, after a week or so, everything seemed like it was okay. I had to get used to the new normal. But after a while, I just got tired of, buying toilet paper, mask, and hand sanitizer. So, I guess speaking to one of my sons, who I introduced to computers when he was younger, he told me, so why don't you just take a computer class? And he also was presented by Bonnie Cannon, who's in charge of the Bridgehampton Child Care Center, she's a friend of the family. So he told me, why don't you speak to her? She has an opportunity with Nebula Academy. And so I, got in contact with Lori and everything. I was interviewed and they accepted me into the program. And I didn't really know what to expect. And signed up, started class and everything. And I just started learning that, I'm learning a new skill at first, new language, which was originally JavaScript. And, we went through the class and everything and things were going fine. And I didn't know we were going to advance to more complex parts of JavaScript, which JavaScript is complicated by itself. As far as with the projects, we work on various projects, and with me, I think I like the Postgres SQL database, which was a database that we created, to add our info. We were doing artists, songs, and everything, and anyone that knows me knows that music is my life. I love music. And so this was a chance, and I'm thinking, wow, I can probably build a jukebox or something like that so I can get access to my database that I've created and add the music to it. And so probably right after graduation, maybe after a week or so, I think that's exactly what I'm going to work on. So now I'm going to move along to my part of the capstone project, which is I was in charge of the footer component as well as the gallery page. And what I am going to do in this presentation is just give you, I guess, sort of a step-by-step of how I built this. And when, when the capstone project first was introduced to us, I took it as, I guess, as a real world scenario where, it's actually a boss hiring me to create this website, not just me, my classmates and everything, to create this website. So I knew what my part was my main focus was to make the website user friendly. Because one thing I get frustrated when I'm on a website, if it's too hard to navigate through and I don't understand anything, that really, I would just leave the website alone, probably go to somewhere else. So I didn't want the same thing to happen. So in creating this, that was my thought process. Try to make it easy. Everything is simple and everything else. And the thing is, just like the nav bar, the footer page also, I have my links here and everything else, and I'll go through the code with the contact, headquarters, and this is the privacy stuff, and that's social media. And the way I came about building this was, which is in VS Code, which is this is right here. You start off with a skeleton, which just telling you know where to import the styles from and everything else. And what I'm showing right now is the nav bar compared to the footer bar. So I had to copy the colors and everything else, which is the CSS that the agent loves doing. And so she made it easy for me because all I had to do was just the same linear gradient that she added on to, I added onto my footer page. So this is the skeleton right here. So the next thing I do, I just actually go into my code, which Chelsea used the nav link on her homepage. And so I followed suit with doing that. So what I did was add the links. That's what this is saying right here. I'm adding the links, the href, and this is all code talk and everything else. But this is what the result of it. And going a little further, then you see I added the next section. And the only tricky thing about JavaScript, this looks like, oh, it's very simple, but you would have to style it so all the words, everything falls into place the way that you want it to fall into. Because without the CSS, which is the styling, these words will be all over the place. So then I went on to adding a line just to separate it. And then another line of code, which is the contact. This is all step by step, the facts, everything else, all the information that's in there. And then you add another line, you go on to, and finally finish it up. And then I have another line of code here, which is a break right here. You can barely see it from now until you actually see the website, but the break is there. And my next line of code, this is all the legal stuff here and everything else. And I try to match the colors and, and all this stuff is just styling. And then the next this is just something else that I added. This is another import that I imported, which is in React, just so I can get these icons, put the icons here. And as I said, everything basically is just styling. And so my end result is, my footer page matching the nav bar. And as you can see there, so I, try to make everything consistent with the font and everything else that's in there. I know it's a crunched up version of it, but you can see, and I'll show you the website. I can go right to it right here, which is, this is the website here, where you can see where our logo is. And it's just like with the same way the nav bar works, the same way the Asian style did. And you go down there with their, with everything else. This, the footer works the same exact way. And you click on the gallery, which I was in charge of also. I did the gallery with the Jumbotron, and with my images, I just added various images that has to do with learning and getting work and everything, employment, a little I guess inspirational, whatever, and people in action. So it works just like with the nav and with the green and everything else. And and that concludes. That's my part of this capstone, and it was just it was great working with my classmates. And I always, a lot of times I ask myself, and I'm only joking, like, what am I doing in this classroom with all these smart people? But I guess we all have our strengths and our own talents, so we all fit in somehow. And we're all I guess brilliant in our own way. And that's the only way I'll summarize it. And that's really it. If anyone has any question, please feel free to ask.
So Eddie, you mentioned that you're very interested in staying in or moving into sales. Can you elaborate on, maybe some of the opportunities that you're excited by, or, how you think this program is going to help you in that sales role going
Yes.
forward?
Yes, definitely. The thing is, the way that I look, even the way I look at my cell phone nowadays, I can actually see what it took to build, when I look at the different apps, I can actually see what it took to build that app, or even just a regular website. And if I run into a company that actually needs a website, I would know what their needs are and their resources, and I would be able to put that, think about that and probably put something together, or in order to just sell them a product that already exists, whether it be software as what whatever whatever their needs may be, I have the resources and I have the knowledge now that I can actually just sit there and I can walk them through and sell that product to them. And that's how I would incorporate with sales and with my sales experience.
Eddie, you're super fun to be around, and your positive energy and support for your teammates has always uplifted everyone. You'll be a great fit for any team you join in the future. Thank you, Eddie, for always making us laugh, and congratulations.
Thank you so much. As I said before, you are my favorite teacher, and Laurie, as far as this program, with you, Risco, and the stuff that you guys, and along with Bonnie, I love what you're doing. Anything to better, I guess, this human race. I live for that. I also love to volunteer and help people grow. Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Eddy. It was a pleasure to have you on the team.
Thanks, Eddy.